Hey, what's going on, everyone? James and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be going over Week 7 of Big Brother 24, and, yeah, there's a lot to talk about, so let's get over it. So, after the HOH with Michael being the head of household of Brochella and Terrence being the head of household in Direfest, Michael and Terrence had to pick people one by one to see who would live with Michael on the Brochella and who would live with Terrence on Direfest. And with Michael winning the HOH overall, he got to pick first. And so, after a schoolyard pick, the teams were, or well, I shouldn't say teams, but the houses was for Big Brochella it was Michael, Brittany, Terrence. No, Michael, Brittany, Jasmine, Monty, and Taylor. And at Direfest, it was Terrence, Alyssa, Joseph, Kyle, and Turner. Now, in Michael's HOH, it was pretty easy. It was Jasmine was going to be put on the block, and Monty, who eventually ended up volunteering, was also going to be put up as a pawn. Now, Jasmine initially thought that she was going to be saved because Monty was a bigger target, but she unknowingly sealed her own fate when she tried to use her birthday as like a leverage, and the other house guests just found it ridiculous. Meanwhile, at Direfest, oh, things were interesting. Terrence was initially going to put up Kyle and Alyssa at first, but Kyle did eventually expose the leftovers, the alliance that was dominating the game, to Alyssa and Terrence, and as a result, Terrence ended up changing course. And at Direfest, the nominations were Turner and Joseph. And Turner was blindsided because he had a good relationship with Terrence as well, which was crazy. Oh my god. Direfest basically was blowing up all week, while Big Brochella not so much. And at the veto competition at Big Brochella, the veto competitions were different in both houses. One of the former cookout members returned, and yeah, Brittany ended up winning that veto. And on the Direfest veto, Terrence ended up winning that. Brittany kept nominations the same, but Terrence, he decided to stir the pot a bit because he wanted to gather as much information as he can. So he decided to use the veto on Turner and decided to put Kyle up as a replacement. And Kyle feels betrayed, but not as badly. Terrence ended up realizing that Joseph was a bigger threat due to his bromance with Monty, so yeah, that's why Joseph was the target. And after a big, massive blow up in the with the whole Direfest house, the other four members, Terrence, Alyssa, Kyle, and Turner, ended up forming a new alliance called the After Party. So, yeah. I'm not sure if people are going to be happy about this, but that's what's happening right now. And yeah, at eviction night, Jasmine and Joseph were both evicted by a 2-0 vote. And after both their evictions, the house eventually became one again. So that's kind of what happened. And yes, I know it's pretty short, but that's kind of what basically happened. Terrence basically just destroyed the leftovers. Now there's going to be questions about what's going to happen to the leftovers. Is it officially done? Like what's Kyle going to like in the Big Brochella leftovers? Basically, already knew that if one of the leftovers go home, they basically already know that Kyle did something. And so, yeah, because Kyle's been in a showmance with Alyssa since a few weeks ago. And yeah, Kyle ended up choosing his showmance over the leftovers. And yeah, yeah, a lot of people were not happy. And unfortunately, Joseph, when he tried to defend himself, he ended up digging his own grave, unfortunately. And Turner decided to join up with the whole after party, and as a result, that hurt. Yeah. But at Big Brochella, things went as smooth. Jasmine was evicted, and they were rightfully worried about what was happening at Direfest because, yeah, Joseph is gone, and Joseph was upset that he wasn't able to say goodbye to Taylor because Joseph and Taylor had a pretty good relationship for a while, and especially how about Taylor's treatment in the game. Yeah, it sucked. So what's gonna happen now? Who's gonna be head of household? I don't know. But one thing is very clear. there's a good chance Michael and Brittany are going to take advantage of the fracture of the leftovers. Because I think Michael said it himself. But, yeah. Oh my god. This is horrible for the leftovers. But this is good for Terrence and Alyssa, who finally got a foothold in the game now. But we'll see what happens in the next head of household. So, anyways, guys, I think that's it for now. I summed it up pretty fast. So, yeah, I really hope you like this short and quick explanation of what happened. Frankly, I'm pretty sure America's not happy with the way it turned out, but many fans were at least happy to know that this was not a steam. This was not going to be a steamrolling season. One alliance dominating the entire game. Yeah, I understand it's annoying. So, yeah. With that being said, I really hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.